What's up, y'all? So today I thought I would do a quick comparison that has nothing to do with power or battery life or anything with impacts. These are just some, I guess these are the only 3/8 smaller series impacts that I have here, so I was going to compare them and see the weight differences on them. So I've got out this really old Snap-on electric charging scale. It's probably way off, but it should at least give us an idea of the differences in weight between these four. So let's see who we have. Everybody knows this guy, the CT761. Hopefully there's a brushless one coming soon. My least favorite, which is the Matco. I don't even know the part number on this thing. It doesn't matter, nobody's gonna buy it anyway. Some kind of goop on that. The old school M12 brushless. I don't know if anybody's gonna buy that one either, but it's not bad. The 2454-20, and then the internet king, everyone on the internet's favorite M12 stubby, and I'm not taking the boot off to find the part number. I'm sure you can figure it out. So let's compare them all and just see what the weight differences are. And I even grabbed an extra M12 battery, the little bitty battery, just because usually I keep the big 6-amp battery on my impacts, or on my Milwaukee impacts. So we will compare and see what the weight is on these guys. So let's see if this thing even still works. Oh, it still works. Yay. Maybe. There we go. And so we're at 0 pounds, and we'll start with the stubby. And it is 3.185 pounds with the 6-amp battery. Let's see. We'll throw this little... Oh, I don't think we zeroed. Yep, 0. So with the 2-amp battery, it's 2.640. Yep, it's going to be 640, 645, 64, whatever, close enough. So over 3 pounds with the 6-amp, 2.645. Next up is the older version. I don't even know if they're the same version, but the older fuel 3/8. Oh, let's see if we cleared out. Yep, clear. With the 6-amp battery, it's 2.89. Whoever says these things just fall off, like, come on now. Let's throw this other battery in it. $2.355. We'll double check, make sure that cleared. Yep, that did clear. 2.350. Okay. I guess we can leave that battery in there now. So, the least favorite that no one's going to buy anyway, but just in case someone's interested. And that only has one battery that you can get, as far as I know. 2.85. And then the Snap-on, 2.53. So what was this one again? I can't remember. Oh, that's interesting. So this one, 2.35. And the Snap-on, now I do have a boot on it that adds a little bit of weight. It's 2.53. So the weight difference, this one is actually with the 2-amp battery, which is, I think that one's got a 2-amp battery, is the lightest of the bunch. And I kind of already figured that. This is actually a pretty good little impact. If you're wanting something that's not as bulky as the stubby, which without even having a battery in it is pretty heavy. I've always thought this thing was a little too heavy. You know, this is definitely the lightest of the bunch. Kind of figured that's how it was going to go. And it does have decent power. It's not quite as strong as the CT761, but it is a little bit lighter. I've had this for probably 3 or 4 years. I used it for a long time. I lost the little black plastic piece that goes on the front. It still works fine, but it's actually held up really well. So this is great if you're doing big, huge, you know, things that need tons of power. But honestly, I'll use my mid-torque 1/2 inch if it needs much, because this thing weighs a lot. It is a very heavy impact. Let's see what this one was again. God, this thing's so heavy. 2.85. This thing is just a beast. By far the heaviest. A lot of that is that battery. So I know I'm doing a lot of rambling, but I was kind of wondering about this myself, so I decided to make a video while I did it to see which one was actually the lightest. So 264, .254. So this is, what is that, 10 ounces or something like that lighter? I don't know what the conversion is. But let's see if we can change it to ounces. Ounces, okay. So 2 pounds, 8.6 ounces. Yeah, not quite. You know, it's about 18 ounces difference. But this one by far is the lightest. It's not the smallest, you know, this one is definitely the shortest, but you can tell there's a little bit of difference there in length. And it is actually, I think it is actually slightly shorter than the Snap-on. Go away. It does sit higher with that big battery on it, but they're about, roughly the same length. I think the Milwaukee may be a little bit longer and a little bit skinnier. But even with the big battery, 2 pounds, don't touch it, 14. And with the little Snap-on, 286. So it's a little lighter. Snap-on's a little lighter if you're using a 6 amp battery. But this thing's not too shabby. I don't like the trigger system on the Milwaukee as much as the toggle on the Snap-on. That's why I usually go for the Snap-on. But if you're looking for something, you can get these really cheap now. Since the stubby came out, nobody seems to want them. So if you're just looking for a good, cheap 3/8 impact, you know, you don't necessarily have to just go buy the stubby because everybody else on the internet's buying it. There is another option, just so you know. I think I got this probably 3 years ago, maybe 4, and I think the whole kit with 2 batteries and a charger was less than $200, and I'm sure it's even cheaper now. I mean, that's crazy. You know, I think even now this is still $500, 2 batteries and a charger. That one's probably $300 or so, and that one doesn't matter because nobody should buy that. But anyway, I just thought I'd make a quick video and just show y'all there wasn't any real point to this. I was just curious myself, so I just weighed everything and thought I would share the results with y'all. Anyway, y'all have a good afternoon, and I'll see y'all later.